The next speaker of the evening is Mr. Pep Louis de la Rosa from the University of Girona. He's head of the research center over there. His speciality is artificial intelligence, and as a matter of fact, he created the first robotic soccer team. And maybe you can go to Rotterdam tomorrow, because there's a soccer team over there who could use some good robots. So, but without any further ado, first tonight and for your presentation.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you very much, all this staff that are hosting so well to our visits. We felt so blessed being here, and I have the very difficult mission to tell you what is about a smart city. So, smart cities. What can be a smart? There are some animals that are claimed to be smart. Perhaps not that one, but other perhaps is smart a scientist. Perhaps is a smart a robot. But a smart is about the capability to adapt to changes, to go and be flexible enough to make about change, about opportunities, convert them into opportunities. So one of the things that normally work for understanding what is smart is something that come directly from the past, like the phones, and these are the smart phones. So let me use this example of the smartphones, and then we'll tell about what a smart city is. Show me your smartphones, please. Everybody show me your smartphone. Hands up. I want to see all your smartphones right now. So you all have smartphones. You are smart then, no? What does it mean? Do you know that this device you're holding is a sensor? Do you know that this device is collecting data from you? By geolocalization, by GPS. Do you know that it's doing continuously? You are being monitored, and it's a machine, it's a computer that is uploading this information up to the cloud somewhere. You can see where big data, big machines are processing and making conclusions. Have you ever met one application that is Google Now? You have in Android devices. Do you know that? Have you ever seen this facility that reminds you where is your car parked? Have you ever met this sometimes? If not, you have the chance, you have discovered something your phone is able to do. It's able to remind you where's your car parked, and telling you how to go as fast as possible in the shortest path to your car. But the question is, how come on earth the mobile phone, without telling anything, knows where your car is? The point is that with this data is uploading, is measuring, the system knows at what speed are you running. And if you are running at 40 plus kilometers per hour, it's not likely you are walking, unless, well, I don't know you, but in my case I'm not walking. It's very likely that you are going by car. But then suddenly you move down from 40 to 5 kilometers per hour. Then what do you understand? You are walking. So suddenly means that you dropped the car somewhere. The last time it was going at 40 kilometers per hour is the most likely position that your car was. That's a simple deduction. Simple now. Simple because now we have these concepts, crowdsourcing. You have everyone is contributing with data, contributing with services. There are smartphones and big data machines, open data to know the maps where the car is located. This combination of services all working together to give this added value, this great added value. So that's the thing. With a smartphone, you will make no queues. You will not show up to the branch office of a bank anymore if you want. or even you will never go to the city hall anymore, because you can do everything potentially with your smartphone, right? So with the phone you can have money, virtual money. You can have lending, crowd lending. You can receive and give money. You can work without banks. As well, you can convert. You can, as a consumer, you can change and be as well somebody who's contributing to the others with information, with content, with knowledge. It's a change from consumers to prosumers. And this is the birth of the collaborative economy, where hidden assets are shared and create new wealth. Like, for example, the case of Airbnb, or the case of many other initiatives that make this, create value from the thin air, not thin air, from idle assets, things that existed that now connected in a different way, produce new opportunities. Because this is the trend. The trend is that everything is turning digital. But by turning digital, it's only the beginning, because then starts new services. New services that add a lot of value to our society. And things like, for example, this is an example of music. The vinyl, you remember, some of you, the vinyl discs? Yes. This old technology was digitized, was converted into digit. The CD was a substitution by digital support. Great music, more quality, but then revolution came. Disruption came later on, converting music as a service. That's Spotify. And that's the new things that are coming. So in the smart cities, many of the projects fell into this category. The category of converting things into digital. Internet of Things, have you heard this word? Sensoring, computers, infrastructures. But then, once everything is online, new services come up with the combination of this information and the new ways people work together. So all this now goes to the cities. The cities are, as you know, more than half of the people in the world live in cities, and it's growing 2 digits every year. It means that the 600, you know that 600 top cities in the world contribute with more than 60% of GDP. The 80% of the growth are coming from the cities. As well, they a lot of consumption. They waste a lot. They need a lot of energy, a lot of to feed all this machine. So the thing is that this growth of the cities needs to be managed, and needs to be managed smartly. That's why we need to enter into the world of the smart cities. And how could I imagine a city? A smart city. I could imagine a smart city that there is no cars, no transport. Perhaps because people is working where they live or live there where they work. Because you find new ways of the collaborative economy so that people work online. Perhaps because you can introduce new technologies in the housing so that you use multimodal houses. Because one problem is that in the day, you go to work and your house is idle. In the night or weekends you stay home and then the offices are idle. Why don't we make multi-useful housing and offices? Or now the new technology of 3D printing creates new concepts, for example, that instead of transporting, you can send by email. You send the data, and then at destination the product is constructed, is built up destination. It would save a lot. And in the cases you cannot save transportation, there are a lot of artificial intelligence techniques, big data, that will reroute and get optimized rerouting. So we can imagine a city where cars are absent because people move less. Or a world, a future, where there will be no need of physical assets because the only important assets will be the digital assets. Like virtual currencies like Bitcoin. I know how many of you have heard of this. There's the possibility to have much more value in these assets, pieces of art that are digitally born with limited series, or even with contracts that are contracts that give you the right to exploit these assets will be much more valuable than a piece of land much more valuable than a building. So when the concept of property changes and the important property is the digital, how will be the city? How will come the change of the city? Right? Or, as said, a city where there will be many more people working together online, connected, created, participatory people in the life of the city, many more machines working together, but the important thing is that this will be invisible to us. Because as the same case of the mobile phone that is processing somewhere in the cloud and is giving you the exact position of your car, where is it parked, this is hidden. Things are not to your eyes, but the service is there. An example is that if you are walking in the street and you see a potential shop, a building, and then you can go and say, hey, what's on in this building? I want to create your business. And suddenly the city reacts and gives you the data saying, oh, the stream flow of people, of business, the type of benchmarking this business with others, giving all type of studies, references, procedures, everything on site. You don't need to move. Everything is there. Suddenly, there's a bunch of machines and people working for you there, and you can see them, but it's happening there, and this is being delivered to you at the time. So these are the open world of the open data, as well as all the trends of using these technologies like cloud that are behind the scenes. So the thing is, how can I see this smart city? Smart city is a place where there are no cars, people feel relaxed, much more productive, reorganized, more connected, more productive, the new assets come up. And so everything working smoothly together as a future, I see that smart cities will be much more a park rather than a parking. But that's a little bit the future. But the reality today, as you mentioned, my mission is to tell about the future, but as well about the reality. The reality today is about parking. Our problems are like this. We need a place to park. Well, we can we can tackle this problem. Now, you've been introduced to the world of and concepts of smart cities. Now you are ready to solve this problem. So, as a professor, and I have the faculty of the Imaging University to put your test. So, your assignment will be to give a solution of this problem. How can tell drivers where is a spot free for parking? How can I tell drivers for a free spot of parking? What concepts, what will be the solution, and what will be the 4 concepts you will combine for the solution? And this is your assignment. Remember, when a car is leaving a spot, something must happen, some concepts might happen, so that another car knows that spot is free. So, you have 1 minute to think, working couples. I'll give you a hint in the least letter soup of the solution, of the 4 concepts. But working couples, 1 minute, go, now. Couples, come on, here. 2. Couples. You need to discuss. Couples. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time over. Time over. Let's see, what did you get? Okay? Did you see these components? Did you see a smartphone? Is something about smartphone? How many of this you already spot this, right? Most of you, very clever. You've been really listening. How many of you understand this is a sort of collaboration, a crowdsource? Wow, very many. How many of you have seen the solution contains something about open data? Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. And how many of you think it needs some doses of intelligence? Okay, so now finally, how many of you have seen the 4 things at a time? At a time. Okay, please stand up. Stand up, those cases. Please, please, please. Please stand up. Stand up. All right. So, okay, stand up just a moment. Okay, so you already guessed it. Whenever you leave the car, the spot, the mobile phone is measuring and is detecting you are leaving the spot, right? At this time, it's giving messages, it's uploading information, telling other cars that potentially there will be a spot. The open data is about maps. Then other cars will check whether this is a valid parking, because sometimes it means that it's not, perhaps forbidden to park there. And then an algorithm of intelligence, artificial intelligence, will be checking all the possibilities and will advise which will be the next most likely to be free for you. Because there's competition. Of course, you can imagine many cars competing for the gap, right? So, for those 4 cases, thank you very much for your contribution. You passed the exam. So, congratulations. You'll receive. And please spread, you deserve the diploma of the Imagine University. The glorious, that's the Harvard of the smart universities. And so, this is the final message. Smart cities. Smart cities will be the only sustainable cities in the future. And it's a safe bet. It's a safe bet on infrastructures that are the most effective and will be made of open participation of all the citizens and all the active actors. This will produce great advantages in the future, great advantages, competitive advantages. So this is my final message. So now you know. Thank you very much, and hope you see you all in Girona someday after all our visit, and see the results of our work that we expect we will fulfill your expectancies here. Thank you very much.